this is exposed a little bit more than it was last time we were here, and we're finding a few samples that have some notable mineralization. So these were pulled out of a float sample just up here. You see you have semi-massive pyrite and looks like some pyrrhotite in there as well. Here's another piece right here. You can see the mineralization on that. This is a float rock. Again, this is where the contact is. I did see this years ago when this was not backfilled like this. Just the top portion was exposed. And we did have a disseminated zone. So thought we'd just check this out and see what else we can find. Looks like most of the host rock has disseminated pyrite and minor chalcopyrite at about 10%. This is what the typical host rock looks like. A couple samples here, a little bit more mineralization. So the contact is just on the other side of this little ridge. This area here has pretty nice mineralization as well. Here's a couple samples that I just hammered off. You can see the mineralization there. Pretty evenly spread throughout. Mostly pyrite and pyrrhotite, but you got a little bit of chalcopyrite in there as well. Look at this sample here. Decently mineralized. That's from right in here. So I'm going to hammer a little bit in here. So this is actually quartz. All this in here. You got disseminated mineral in the quartz. You got some altered schists, it looks like. So there's definitely something here. So we basically determined that this zone here so far is 70 meters wide and continuing. This is all disseminated mineral in here. Pyrite, chalcopyrite, pyrrhotite. Up to about 10-15% of the rock is mineralized. We found a couple small quartz veins. Mineralization continues throughout the quartz veins. And we're going to continue on down and see how far this goes. We just annihilated a couple boulders that came off the outcrop, and as you can see, more mineralization. And what's interesting about this is you have some magnetite in there. All that little black in there is magnetite. So decently mineralized, and there's quite a bit of it. Mineralization is about 15 to 20% of the rock in this area here. So some nice samples for sure. Possibly a bit of zinc in there as well. We're another 20 meters along, and again you got more mineralization. You can see a bit of quartz in there. You got your disseminated iron pyrite, minor chalcopyrite, and pyrrhotite. Also, I think I'm seeing a little bit of sphalerite Looks like it under the loop anyway. There's not really any more outcrop exposed in this stretch of road, but we are finding samples with mineralization, exact same, a little more gossiness, which tells you there's more unstable elements or minerals in there. Most likely your pyrites. And we've determined that this zone is from here all the way over to almost where my truck is behind that bush over there, which is about 120 meters away. So pretty large zone. And if you actually go down here on the other side, there's more mineralization exposed in outcrop. I'm not sure if it's a continuation of this, if this is all the same. There's just nothing exposed here. It's a little bit different host rock and a little bit different mineralization. So we're going to call this one giant 120 meter long showing. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the short little video. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Okay, so we found more bedrock over here. So we're going to go with 150 meters for this showing.